In this universe,
In this galaxy,
in this world,
beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering.
more opinions.
If you listen,
You will hear.
hi, we got Fred. We got Fred today.
Yeah, it is our yearly tradition of having Tex on the show, and he's busy talking to his most recent victim, I think.
Yeah. So he's
Well,
like,
if she
"Stop
keeps
squealing
going
in
like
the
that,
pot
she
over
will
there."
be my. She keeps going like that, she will be the next victim. But I actually had a coincidence plan. I know we can't play copyright music, so play the Halloween theme in your head. Do 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 do. So there we go. We even have a pumpkin to start. So
Love it.
I had to do this properly, and I kind of wanted to flex on my Halloween merch because I'm awesome like that. So yeah, I have a lot of Halloween 2 pumpkins. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, it is the
What's
best time of the year. Best time of the year by far.
Hey, you ain't lying, my friend.
So yeah, this is going to be a very heavy Halloween episode. So that's why we had Tex here. So we have different things planned, and I'm going to start hot and heavy here. I'm just going to read it. Oh no, I'm not. And my feed screwed up again. That's something with this website. Yeah, it screwed up again.
Take a screenshot.
I seriously can't. It says personal not responding. I shall return.
Jesus.
I know, that's ridiculous.
Gotta love technology, man. I'll tell you what, it's it's a fickle bitch, as they like to say. So try like to use as little of it as possible.
That's almost exactly what I was thinking in terms of words. Fickle bitch. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, fickle bitch. That would be a great band name. I don't know what kind of music you would play for that, but that would be a tremendous band name. Hey, we're fickle bitch. We're here to party. Something along those lines. I'm not sure what that. Do something weird like polka music. That'd be kind of fun. Like they wouldn't expect that or something.
God damn. Okay, I'm back again. Hi. Fucking shit.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
So apparently don't touch that. So I'm not going to open that back up. It was a good housekeeping thing that had the worst candies. And in like the first 5, they had Whompers. I love Whompers.
Whoppers or Whoppers?
Whoppers. W.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Whoppers. Those are good.
Okay.
Second, I'm not a big licorice guy, but I know a lot of people like licorice, like my wife. Twizzlers was number 2. Number 1 was candy corn, and I fully endorse that. Candy corn sucks.
Oh, I love candy corn.
You
not
are
just
disgusting.
Candy corn. No, sir, I will fight you to the death on this. The candy corn pumpkin may be one of the greatest candies ever created. It's literally the same stuff as candy corn, but it's in pumpkin form. It is. I buy bags of them every Halloween season. I save them throughout the year. They are tremendous. I love them. So, I'm a fan.
Ew. And then another one that made the top, I think the top 6 was Tootsie Rolls. I love Tootsie Rolls. Back when I could eat them. Oh yeah, I like candy corn, but Tootsie Rolls are fuck.
Tootsie Rolls are like, I'm not gonna lie. Tootsie Rolls were always like the last piece of candy that got ate. Like, I'd go through the Reese's and the Snickers and, all the Smarties, all of the premium stuff, right? But like December 4th, I'm getting low on the bag. That's when the Tootsie Rolls and all that kind of stuff would get ate. So
Fair
I would ingest them, but it wasn't a top candy.
So And another one that now I got a different list. These were on there. I've never been given circus peanuts.
Oh, I
That's like
have.
the
Oh well.
marshmallow. Like I know my
Yeah.
wife likes the banana ones, and I've
Yeah.
had the strawberry ones, but I've never seen circus
I've
peanuts.
never seen strawberry before. I've seen the traditional, whatever the normal ones are, but I haven't had those since I was a kid. I'm not even sure they still make those anymore, but those were good back in the day. I do remember those.
So
Those
something
were,
you
they were fine.
so we have a difference of a candy here. In Canada,
Right.
Smarties are chocolate covered candies with a hard coating. Your guys'
Oh,
Smarties are what we call, actually, I can actually share this. Like your
they're just straight
Smarties,
sugar. They're
yeah,
basically kid crack, is what
but we call them here, they're called rockets.
they are. Oh, okay.
Those are called rockets here in Canada.
Now, do they have the same wrapping and stuff? Is it like a licensing thing made by
Exactly
the
this.
same people?
I don't know, but it's exactly the same, but ours are
Okay.
called rockets.
Oh,
So, and I've never
interesting.
had Nico wafers.
No.
I've never seen Burton Bots. So, and the cheap milk chocolate. Yeah, there's nothing worse in the world than like dollar store cheap chocolate. Like, ugh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't eat much candy because I don't I can't be trusted around sweets. Like that's one of my things. I don't keep around much. Now October, I'm going through the candy aisles. I'm thinking like, oh, pumpkin Reese's, give me 5 bags. That's just who I am. And there's no stopping me. Like I need a responsible adult to like walk handhold me through the aisles. No, you can only get one. Treat me like I'm a child, please. But other than that, the rest of the year, I really don't eat much. I kind of save that for October just so I can justify pigging out, having to, whatever. But, you only live once, I guess. So you figure it
Mine's Christmas time. Christmas is bad because we get a lot of sweets
out.
at
Oh,
the
God,
shop
I
too.
fucking
So
hate Christmas. Can we
I
trade
know
in
you
Christmas
hate
for an extra
Christmas, but
Halloween?
yeah, I'd be
Ugh,
all about that.
horrible.
I'm okay with that.
You got to be around family you haven't talked to all year. I've never understood that. I haven't spoken to you in 11 and in almost 12 months, but now I'm forced to sit across from you and hear about your shitty life. I've never understood that. I just don't like that. I don't get that, but whatever.
So, and before we started talking or came on air, we were talking about shitty best horror movie lists. Talking how
Yes.
kids, like the oldest ones, most of these lists are from like 2008. But I did find one, if this one will work properly. I did find one that I think we
Okay.
will kind of be like, all right, a little better. So this is from IGN.
Ooh.
So the first one is Scream, 1996, but then the 24 is Nosferatu. That's from
I'm assuming
1922.
you're talking about the original or
Original.
seven?
Yeah, original.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then Blair Witch, so I can get behind that one. Dracula from 1931. 28 Days Later.
Now they're saying these are the best horror films of all time.
Yes.
Oh, then I completely disagree. The Scream is great. It's definitely a top 20, I would say, just for the significance of the 90s. But the three greatest horror films ever made are Texas Chainsaw, Exorcist, and Halloween.
We're getting there.
Okay.
This is number 25. We're at the top of the list right now. So number 21 is 28 Days Later. Number 20 is The Fly. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Jeff Goldblum or the original?
Yes, Goldblum's version.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 19, I agree with this. American Werewolf in London, 1981.
That's the transformation scene alone would put that on the list for sure.
So I've never seen this one. I've never heard of this one. Get the Right One In from 2008.
I've heard of Let the Right One In.
Or let the right one in. Sorry, I said that wrong. Sorry, let the right one in.
That's a vampire movie because they have to be invited into it. But that one was remade with the girl from the Kick-Ass movies and the Carrie Chloe Grace Moretz,
Okay.
I believe. Well, that was the American remake. I don't remember what the original was titled, but yeah, that was. I wouldn't put that anywhere near a top 100 of anything.
What do you think, Alex? I mean, I've never even heard of this movie, so.
I liked this one better than the Chloe Grace version. And
Okay.
Yeah.
just for the record, thank you to Jolene, the Brody Wrangler, Nick's best half, Kim, Sarah May, and Casey's bum is raw from Game Boy Game Overload for liking us. We really appreciate it.
Okay, so let's move on the list. Okay, number 17 is what the heck is Suspiria?
Suspiria.
Okay.
Suspiria.
Number 17. Yeah. How is that? I've never seen that one.
Suspiria is a classic. It's you can't. Well, I wouldn't say you can't call yourself a horror fan if you haven't seen that one a few times for sure. That's a good one.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I've never even heard of that one.
It's pretty decent. I think I want to say, didn't they remake that one? Oh, the guy from the first Transformers movie that freaked out and kind of made a comeback. What was
Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf. I think they did a remake with him at some point of some kind. I don't know, but yes, Suspiria. That one's a must see. Yeah.
Do you agree, Alex?
The original from, I think it was 1977, which is directed by Dario Argento. That's the version you want to see.
Argento.
Yes, that's the one on the list.
The remake with Dakota Johnson, that one's okay, but go with the original.
Not as good as the original.
It fits the time period. It's wild. It's got the soundtrack by, I can't remember the band, but it just fits so well with the time period.
Okay. Number 16 is the original, I'd say original 1978 Dawn of the Dead. So I enjoyed those.
No. Going back, watching the original, I actually said this a couple weeks ago on the show. Now, don't crucify me for this. All respect to George Romero. He is a godfather for sure. But I think other people are better at making George Romero zombie movies than George Romero. And the sites that I would sort, the examples that I would give you for that being the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead by Tom Savini and the 2004 Dawn of the Dead by Zack Snyder and James Gunn. I think both are better than their original counterparts.
You're not going to get a disagreement from me on that one, Alex.
Okay.
Of the Dead movies, and I listened to Rob Egger of Collative Learning do a little bit of film analysis on the original Night of the Living Dead from '68. And if what Rob is saying is true and accurate, then the 1968 Night of the Living Dead, which you can see for free on YouTube, that's one of the better movies that should be on any and every top 100 list. But for me, because it's a big part of my childhood, 1985's Day of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate Day of the Dead.
Oh,
God, that's a hard movie to do.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh.
Number 15, A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. We just watched this. Aside from the bit of the corny acting, I still really enjoyed it. I think it holds up very well.
I'm not the biggest Nightmare guy. I will, because I recently rewatched, because it was on AMC Fear Fest with Joe Bob. They showed the original Nightmare and then Freddy versus Jason. Now, I will say Nightmare on Elm Street is very 80s. It is very, it hasn't aged well like some others have. But of the Nightmare films, the first one is definitely the best. And once they get to 2, I hate Nightmare 2, and then on, it's a mixed bag. A lot of people love Dream Warriors. To me, that was very corny. But the first one is definitely, once Freddy became saying bitch every other sentence, that kind of killed the character.
Yeah. Okay. Number 14 from 1982, Poltergeist. I'm okay with that.
Toby Hooper classic.
Yeah, I'm
that he
okay.
never got the credit for.
So number 13 is The Thing. Can't argue that. 1982. Now
Yep,
this is where
John Carpenter.
Tech's gonna blow his mind, and I kind of do too. Coming in number 12 from 1974, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, go fuck your fucking shit.
So, I'm just curious. So I haven't looked at this list all the way. So TMC number 12. So we'll see. Okay, so number 11, Rosemary's Baby from 1968.
Fuck you. Chainsaw.
From 1968, Night of the Living Dead.
No.
Number 10, Evil Dead Part 2. Now, I have a problem with that. I really don't think
I do love
Dead,
Evil Dead.
I love, don't get this twisted when I say this. I love the Evil Dead movies. But I think they're more comical than horror myself. But to be at number 9, I'm going to disagree with that.
It depends which version of Evil Dead. Now, obviously, Evil Dead 1, that was more cheap horror. Evil Dead 2, once Sam Raimi brought the Three Stooges act into it, yeah, that's when the comedy happened.
Mm-hmm.
But once 2013's Evil Dead and then Evil Dead Rise, which just came out now, 2 years ago now? Yeah. There's no comedy in those. That's straight up.
No, that's straight horror.
Blood. That's straight horror. But.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on then. Number 8, Silence of the Lambs. I disagree. It's not a horror
Not
movie.
A horror film. Not a
Alex,
horror film.
Do you agree? Not a horror film, Alex?
Yep, more psychological thriller than horror.
Yeah.
Now, this has always been, and I know we've talked, I know this has been brought up before, like when I did the show with the guys with Jaws. Jaws is number 7. Again, not a horror movie. I find it more suspenseful than a horror movie myself.
I would disagree with that. I consider it a horror film, not necessarily in the traditional way of what the film is, but the cultural effect that movie had on people. People just didn't go in water, even like 100%. Contained bodies of water.
Yeah.
So just for that alone, and just for a measuring stick here, Silence of the Lambs is not a horror film. It's a psychological thriller with horror elements. People weren't scared of going about town in the normal day. People were scared of going into the ocean. So just for that alone, Jaws is a horror
film. Okay. Alex?
He makes a good argument. Now, Jaws, the shark, that is in the realm of a monster movie, but there's way more drama than horror in Jaws. So drama with a little bit of monster horror thrown in, let's say. I don't know.
Hey, and by the way, that shark has a name. His name is Bruce. Thank you.
I know.
All right. Thank you.
Say his name, Alex.
Yeah.
Say his fucking
So now number
hold
6. I like number 6 is being in here for Alien, because that was like just the introduction to like sci-fi horror, right? So I'm okay with it being up there.
Even fuck, I can't. Who came up with Alien? I can't remember his name right now.
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott. He even called Alien like the Halloween in space. He was so inspired by that. So I can see it, but no, it should not be above Halloween. And,
it's not above Halloween. So.
Or not above Halloween, but Texas. Not above like Chainsaw and other things.
Nothing
should be there, but
Texas for you. Right. I understand that. Number 5, The Bride of Frankenstein. Go ahead, Alex. You made the first sound.
It's from the
go ahead.
It's from the 1930s. On a list like this, I would put Let the Right One In over The Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The Bride of Frankenstein's not even the best Frankenstein movie.
No.
Like there's better Frankenstein movies.
Completely agree. So that's a weird one. So here we go. Now here we did the meat of the matter. Number 4, the original Halloween from 1978.
It should be higher.
Okay, so the next, I'm just going to rattle them off quick here. So the one I have a problem with being there is Psycho. Now, I realize what Psycho did. I realized how it changed the movie genre. but I guess maybe it needs to be
Yeah.
top 10. But is it top 3? I'm going to
No.
disagree with the top. I'd say top 10 for what it did for like movies, like cinema horror. Psycho did, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's a
I'd agree
top
with
3.
that.
No.
Psycho, if Psycho's not made, Chainsaw doesn't get made, Halloween doesn't. Like, that's in that lineage and succession
Yeah.
film. But
Alex,
the
okay.
predecessors were better than Psycho. Said that.
What do you think, Alex?
Psycho should definitely be in the top 10, but probably not in the top 5 of horror movies. Now, the interesting thing here would be to put up Psycho against Jaws and say which one should be closer to number 1 on the list. I would say Psycho with Jaws behind it, because Psycho's the better made of the two films.
Yeah.
And Psycho's also like really at the horror of it, right? Like in this, like the real. I mean, again, when I first saw it, it scared the shit out of me.
Oh, so. Psycho's great. It's another tremendous film. It's
okay, and then number 2 is from 1973, The Exorcist.
Mm.
And,
deserved.
Yeah, and then number 1 is The Shining from 1980.
Yeah. No,
so. I'm going to give this list way more credit than the ones that I've seen, because at least, it didn't start at 2008. Right? And as a matter of fact, there wasn't a movie newer than, I think Scream was the newest movie. Was it not?
Yeah, Scream 96, yeah.
Scream 96, yep. So,
yeah,
so I'm quite okay with that list. I honestly am. So
that's better than a lot of them that I've seen. But yeah, it's
But it's always subjective, right? It's always, shit,
yeah.
Kirk hit a home run again. 3-run home run. Blue Jays are winning 3-2 right now.
There you go.
Go Jays. But it's always subjective, just like every time we talk about a list on this show, whether it's drummers, music, movies, it's always subjective,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
So, but I do agree with Texas Chainsaw Massacre is top, at least top 5 on anyone's list. It should be.
Take your pick of Chainsaw, Halloween, Exorcist. I would offer that if you polled most intelligent horror fans, those 3 would come up more than any other name. If I were just to guess, but that's
hello, Craigery in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the update. I just saw it happen. So, yeah, awesome.
And thank you very much to Frank for liking us on Facebook. I checked the show over at The Harsh Truth, see if he's got anything posted for tomorrow. I didn't see anything, so it's up in the air at this point.
I can actually fill that gap there. We are doing Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and Dose this week. So we are going to cover the greatest timeline in the Halloween horror franchise. So. There you go.
I will say this, and I've never, ever strayed from this. That first Rob Zombie one is an amazing movie. I did not care for the second one. But that first one...
The second one is divisive, but
the first one gets one of these. Like, it was they did with that timeline what I wish Texas would have done, and I wish, like, Friday the 13th would have done. That's what I wanted to see. The formation of Michael Myers.
I've talked about it numerous times on, The Harsh Truth of, we talk about favorite eras in horror. Jeremy and Frank always argue 80s, 90s. They go back and forth, whatever, right? I love the 2000s era, the early 2000s era of horror, because we got the bloodier, more gruesome remakes of all of the classics. And for the most part, most of them were pretty good. Now, we're not going to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 because that just needs to be erased from history. But for the most part, the early 2000s, the torture porn era, whatever you want to call it, of horror, I adore that time in film, and so many of my favorite movies came from that era.
Perhaps you should see a doctor about that, Casey, if you're seeing red.
Well, he should see a doctor about many things. Maybe
many
cholesterol, his fat count, how fat his ass is. I mean, there's many things he needs to get check. But
If Casey keeps making comments like this, he's going to be seeing a mortician pretty soon because Oklahoma is not very far from Texas, Casey.
Casey just wishes. Casey just wants to hang out with me. That's why he does this. He's like, he's like poking at me and running away because Casey just. He's a very sad person who needs a friend, and he doesn't know how to express himself, and this is his way of doing it. We don't get mad at Casey; we pity him. He is our retarded cousin. We keep locked up in the basement so he doesn't get away. That's what Casey is. So he's fine.
It's Hugo. No, he's our Hugo. Oh, Casey, we kid because we love. So. Okay, you told me that you had a list for us there, Mr. Alex.
The list that I had been sent a while ago, and I had forgotten to share it until now, is Texas 2025 movie list.
Oh, yeah.
And if he's going one movie a day, chronologically, today is the 27th, so he would have watched today Halloween 5. Now, he did mention this on a previous show of The Harsh Truth that TLDI stands for The Last Drive-In. That's Joe Bob Briggs.
Last Drive-In on Shudder with my hero, Joe Bob Briggs. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, decent list. One of these on here that stood out to me was number 17, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. The first half of that movie, really good, but the first half, I should say, the first and second act, and then the third act, it lost it for me because of the first two acts. I thought they were going to go a different way with it, but still, it's a really good premise, and I liked the movie overall. Thank you very much to Alma for loving us on Facebook. Really.
Now, was it the change in the format of the film of going from the handheld documentary crew to a more steady cam traditional film that threw you off, or what was it about the third act?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to spoil a little bit, so anyone who wants to see the movie, go to the bathroom, put us on mute. It's because of all the exposition they did in the first and second act, and then in the third act, they play out everything they talked about. So they built it up, but they didn't go anywhere different with it. They just gave you what they were talking about. So there was no surprise for me.
See, the only pushback I would say to that is, yeah, they told you what they were going to do, but you didn't see it coming. So, I mean, for anybody, once again, spoilers, this is a very old film. If you haven't seen it by this point, it's on here. But what's so great about this movie is just the Cliff Notes version. Basically, just imagine a world where Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Fred Krueger, Chucky, all of your horror villains are real and they live within the same world. Hell, they even have Kane Hodder living in the Elm Street house. Like there's so many little nods and stuff. They even have Scott Wilson from Walking Dead playing one of the main characters in this film. Basically, what the film is, the rise of Leslie Vernon, is he's an up and coming serial killer that he wants to be the next Michael Myers or your big guys, whatever. And he has invited a college film crew doing a documentary about him to follow him, film the process, and they learn how he gets his victim, and ultimately he wants to kind of fall in love with his final girl, because that's what Scott Wilson in the film, he's married to the girl that he was trying to kill. And it's a fake documentary, faux documentary, whatever you want to call it, about looking at the horror world of kind of turning it on its head and showing you a different side of it, but still having a traditional third act slasher with a really cool credit sequence, and they play Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads at the end of the movie. I adore this movie. I watch it every October. Great song. I love that song.
Psycho Killer. From the desk of Craigery, my wife asked me, who is strong, man or woman? I replied, of course, women. It takes 6 men to carry a guy to his grave, but only one woman to put him there. That's how the fight started.
You can't argue with that. That's a good point.
That's good logic.
They can't. They are good at sucking the soul right out of you. How about that? I live in a house full of them. I should know.
More from the desk of Craigery. It turns out that when you're asked who your favorite child is, you're expected to pick from your own. I now know that.
I always say the dog. The dog's my favorite.
All right. More from the desk of Craigery. Just saw a girl with 6 lip piercings at Walmart. It took everything in my power not to attach a shower curtain. No? Okay. Well, they didn't like... Oh, wait. Let's see for that one. Oh, okay. Now, I like this one. The more I get to know people, the more I realize why Noah only let animals onto the boat.
Checks out.
That one checks out. That's a good one.
Girl.
Yeah, that is a good one.
People do suck.
See, okay, one more. This is something that one of these influencers would ask. The lady just asked the waitress if the salmon was grass-fed. I literally have no idea what went wrong with this world. And I could see one of those influencers asking that question, 100%. Thank you, Craigery.
Was this salmon cage free? Was it free range?
Yeah, it
was in the fucking
salmon.
ocean.
Yeah.
No shit.
Oh, shut up, Casey, and go buy some more subscribers.
And I'm cutting off the bottom of the list, but number 31, Joe Bob Briggs, Halloween Spooktacular. If I went to Joe's website, and I think that happens over the course of 7 hours.
Yes, Joe Bob's Spooktacular at the Texas Theater that one Lee Harvey Oswald went to after he didn't shoot Kennedy. But, that's a conspiracy thing we won't talk about because Canada doesn't like those things. But at the Texas Theater in Dallas on Halloween is where I will be. Joe Bob is having a live event where they're going to have, he's showing 5 films. There's going to be a debate about Halloween 3. Does it, back and forth, whatever, costume contest and all kinds of shenanigans. So yeah, Halloween night, I'll just mentally, I won't be, responsible for my actions at that point because I won't be quite as sober as I am at the moment. So, yeah.
So I'm looking
Come
at
hang
the
out.
I'm looking at the poster right now. You may win a real dead body. That sounds right up your alley.
Who needs to win one? I make my own, dude. Homemade.
It's always nice. It's always nice.
Farm to table around here, man. It's all good.
It's nice if somebody gifts you something. God.
But no, Joe Bob Briggs, he is for the ones I can actually hang on, I'll show you something to grab real quick while I'm talking. Joe Bob Briggs, he is a movie critic from my neck of the woods here in Texas. He's been reviewing horror films since the 80s, like in the newspapers and stuff back in the day. And then he got famous and he got on the movie channel and he was on a few different channels. And then, of course, he's most famous being on TNT back in the day for Monster Vision. And he just basically hosts, it's kind of like Up All Night with Rhonda Shear and, all of those back in the day. But this is Joe Bob Briggs, Darcy the Mail Girl, one of the autographs that I have. But Joe Bob, he's cool. They're doing he has his show on Shudder or AMC Plus if you have it on Friday nights. Just talks about horror films, and he's the reason why I like talking about horror films because Joe Bob's a badass. Well, his actual name's John Bloom, but character name Joe Bob Briggs. So it's all good. He's a cool dude.
So anyone who wants to get killed by Tex, you know where to find him this Friday, October 31st in Texas.
But you must buy me a beer first. You must. That is required. That is required. I will not speak to you. If you say, hey, I saw you on that world famous Alex and the Garbage Man YouTube channel. Can we hang out? And be like, buy me a beer first. And then we can hang out. But that's
if they start off with, I saw you on the world famous Alex and the Garbage Man YouTube channel, they're crazy. They should buy you at least 2 beers.
Hey, if anybody comes with nefarious means, I don't provide body bags. So bring your own, please. So. let's not make a mess. Okay, let's get that straight. Just saying. Yep.
So because we're talking about Halloween, this just popped up.
Giggity.
All right. So this is. I will start it over again here. Dr. Loomis in every Halloween film.
Oh God.
He's back, damn it!
Okay.
Do you hear me? Call the sheriff right now and tell him before he finds her! Psst! Lonnie, get your ass away from there! He came home. Michael, damn you! He's gone. Evil is gone from here! He's back, damn it! Do you
I thought he nailed it.
I love how Donald Pleasant, like if you look at the lexicon of how Pleasant's played this role, in one he's very on point. He's all about business. By the time two comes around, he's pulling guns on cops in the back seat. Nobody's cared. It's like you pulled a gun on a cop and got to live about it. By the time we get to Halloween, well, and of course he gets blown up by ether in the freaking hospital, but somehow he lived. You know, he died, but he got better. It's fine, no worries.
Yeah, he walked.
By the time, yeah, he walked it off. Halloween 4 has one of the more interesting Dr. Loomis because think about it in the beginning of the film. He's very old manish. He's walking on the cane until he sees Michael standing in the diner with the bandages on his head. He drops the cane and he's like, he automatically goes into warrior mode.
Yeah.
Like that switch in the moment completely changes everything. By the time we get to Halloween 5 and 6, well, I'm not going to talk about Halloween 6 because there's two different versions. And he died just shortly after the making of that film.
Yeah.
But Halloween 5, Loomis, that dude's just drunk 24/7. He's like stupid, like, like brandy wine drunk. You know what I mean? He is, he's screaming at little girls, tell me where he is. You're helping him. It's like, get this old man out of here. He's nuttier than Michael is. But, Donald Pleasance, it's actually kind of funny. Do y'all know who the two actors are that John Carpenter asked first before they went to Donald Pleasance?
No.
They are two horror icons. Think Hammer horror.
Christopher Lee
Yes.
and Peter Cushing.
Ding, ding, ding. Both of those guys were offered Dr. Loomis. That's who John Carpenter wanted. Peter Cushing couldn't do it because he was already contracted to do Star Wars, and they were going to shoot it any time. And Donald Pleasance was the third option. But I'm so happy. Christopher Lee is my favorite director. I've always said that. But I could not hear that original Halloween without Donald Pleasance in it. The whole speeches, I sat with a 6-year-old boy, blah, 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 the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. The way Donald Pleasance reads those lines, it's poetry. It is, you can listen to him at any point in time. He is just he was a tremendous actor. Now, he's obviously been dead for some time.
Do you think if Christopher Lee did it, it would have been too stoic almost?
Yeah. Well, look at Christopher Lee's Dracula. How he was kind of robotic in his Dracula, and like I said, he's my favorite. He's not quite as smooth as Lugosi was playing the role. So I do think he could have handled the speeches, but Donald Pleasance was just perfect. He was born to play that role. There's no argument there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Plus, with the way Donald Pleasance delivers those lines, if it was Christopher Lee, then we wouldn't get such a spot-on impression from Night of the Night Watch Zone when he says, I shot him 6 times. Yeah.
Even though he shoots 7 from a revolver, but we're not going to count that last bullet as 5.
He loaded 2 into the same hole.
Well, it's just like, Frank, just like Frank has said, you only need to buy one movie gun. You never have to reload that thing. It never runs out.
No, never. Well, it's just like in Fast and Furious. Those cars have 18 gears in them, right? So they're always shifting up to 18.
Yeah. It's which I believe it was a 38 snub nose revolver that he carries in the original Halloween. I could be wrong. I can't remember off the top of my head, but like you have to be pretty close to be somewhat accurate. And then let's not even talk about when we get into Halloween 2 and Laurie picks up the gun, shoots twice, gets both shots within the eyes of Michael Myers' mask for the perfect little blood trail to come out. Like that's some
Right.
short, like the Marines need her on some like SEAL team stuff over here because that's some sharpshooting right there, pal. I couldn't even do that. So,
Right?
something else.
And since we're on the topic of the Halloween movies, I have the Bracket Fights Halloween series right
Ooh,
here.
sweet.
Yeah. So we throw up right away the first and original Halloween from 78 versus I think this is the 2018
That's
Halloween.
2018. 2018.
Yeah. So there are three
Oh,
of us, so it's going to be two
easy
versus one.
78. That's the easy answer.
Yep. I go 78 as well.
Oh, 78. It's not even a contest.
18's good, but 78's better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Oh, wow. H2O versus fucking Resurrection.
Oh god. They both. Oh my god.
They're both awful.
Yep. But do you
Oh,
want karate chopping what's his name from Resurrection?
trick or treat, motherfucker. Yeah, I don't need Buster Rhymes doing. Buster Rhymes does karate on Michael Myers, and he just walks away. He doesn't kill him. He just walks away. Oh my god. There's only one redeemable scene, and my favorite scene in Resurrection, and that's that bitch Jamie Lee Curtis finally getting killed off and chunked off the roof the first 5 minutes. Other than that, you can turn the movie off. But gun to my head, I guess H2O is. Oh, I hate both though. They're both suck.
Yeah, I choose H2O as well.
Yeah, me too.
Ugh, God. Oh my! No, this is fair. This is Sophie's choice.
Oh.
I think I know where Nick is going with this, but Tex is going to have to make some tough choices now.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
both of these are
listen to the pain in his voice. Listen to it.
both of these are my literal 1 and 2 in the Halloween rank. I just by default I have to go 2007 on the left, obviously. So, yeah, I love them both though.
My gravy blood boils when I see that.
So did you? So it's been how long has it been since the comment? Almost 10 minutes. Did it take you that long to figure that one out, there, Case?
It takes Casey a while to type with those sausage things.
Yeah,
It
I'm
takes him a
definitely
minute.
going first. Yeah, Rob Zombie's first one, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, the second was interesting, but I'm going the first as well.
I love Rob Zombie's Halloween too. Tremendous film. Oh, Halloween Kills easily. I've literally got the poster on the wall right now. Yeah.
I'm going to.
I'm going
Without
Halloween Kills.
Evil dies tonight. You're damn right you are.
All right.
Ooh. 78
geez.
versus H2O.
Here's a nice easy one. Yeah, 73.
Oh yeah, 78. Yeah, easy.
78.
Oh my god, another
Zombies.
one. Damn
Rob
you.
Zombies. That's an easy one. Thanks.
Damn you, Ricky Bobby. I love both these movies. Yeah, Rob Zombie. Halloween.
Yeah, same. Halloween. Original versus.
Zombie.
Ooh.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to go zombie too. I love the pre-story. I love it.
Now obviously if you watch tomorrow, you'll hear the longer version of my speech of this, but what Rob Zombie was able to do was such a prized IP. He was kind of in between a rock and a hard place. If he just copies it, he doesn't get credit. If he does something different, people make fun of him for it. So he kind of does both. That's why I love that. So I love it so much.
My choice between the two would have been the original from 78, but it's 2-on-1. So, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Oh, here's where we go with this.
Okay. Now, Are we talking producers or director's cut sets, or just dealer's choice? Because producer's cut has more Michael, theatrical has more Loomis, I believe is how it breaks down. But either way, both of those movies don't have Corey fucking Cunningham in it, taking up Michael's spotlight and having Michael Myers jizz in his jumpsuit like he does in Halloween Ends. Let's go Halloween 6 all the way.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm going this one as well.
Halloween Ends, God, I hated that.
Ooh, 4 versus 5.
Oh, I like now my problem with it, I love both these movies, but I'm gonna have to go. Number 4 had the stupid eyebrows on the mask, didn't it?
Yeah, but Michael Myers doesn't cry like a bitch in that one like he does.
Yeah, and I do. I love the end of number 4.
And you don't have the cops going doo, 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 every time they're on screen like in Halloween 5. I can't stand that part.
Yeah, I'll go 4.
I'd go Halloween.
You talked me into 4. Yeah. You talked me into 4.
It's Halloween 4. Just imagine if they stopped making Halloween films at 4 and the last image we got was Loomis pulling the gun on Jamie, with Meeker standing there trying to rip his arm down. And we didn't get anything till like Rob Zombie's timeline. And then when they came back to 2018 to remake it, they could have had Jamie Lloyd still alive and everything else. That lasting image of Halloween 4 is so good. Like it's one of the best endings in a horror film ever. It's definitely top 5.
Yeah, because just the scream and just
no,
guttural,
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Halloween 4 was the first one I saw, and you almost, it's right there. You almost see the best boobs in the entire series, but nope, you're
Kathleen Kinmont. God bless
yeah.
that woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Number 4 for the win.
Hey, if you ever need to see Kathleen Kinmont naked, just go watch her animated. Or there's another one with her and Barbara Crampton where you get them both naked at the same time. So just Google it. What's up?
Ooh, Barbara Crampton back in the day, roll tide.
Dude, Barbara Crampton now still looks good. Have you seen her lately? She's still looking good, man. I'll tell you what, she ain't bad.
Yeah. She did a few movies in the past 5 or 6 years with American horror icon Larry Fessenden, and yeah, she's looking really good these days. Yeah.
Have you seen Suitable Flesh? It's an H.P. Lovecraft movie with Barbara Crampton in it.
No.
You need to watch Suitable Flesh. It's got Heather Graham and Barbara Crampton, and it's a Lovecraftian story. It's actually a really good film. I enjoy it.
Making a note right now.
It's good. I think it's on. Well, I know it's on Shudder AMC. I don't know what y'all have up there in Kent, but you could Google it. I'm sure.
Ooh, Halloween 6 versus 4.
Oh, 4 easily. 4
Yep.
without a doubt.
Oh, come on.
Oh, 4. 4. This is a sticking point for me.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween films have Michael Myers. Period. Halloween 3 is fine. I enjoy the film for what it is. But Michael Myers is Halloween. It's Halloween 4's the answer.
Yeah, 3 is good as a standalone movie, but without Myers, no, it doesn't deserve to be in the series, so this is too easy for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Nick?
Oh, I'm 4. 4. Yeah. Oh,
Zombie easily.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah. Yep.
Like for me, it's Zombie and then OG.
Oh yeah. Well, it's for me. The quick rundown is Zombie 1, Zombie 2, Halloween Kills at 3, Halloween 4 at 4, Halloween 5 or Halloween 1 is 5, 2018 at 6, Halloween 2 is 7. Just because that Halloween 2 gets all kind of boring. Very empty hospital with, although there's a great nude scene in that movie. Halloween 2 is too long. Number 8, I have Halloween 5. 9, I have Halloween 6. 10, I have 3. 11, I have H2O. 12 is Resurrection, and 13 is Ends. Is how I personally rank the whole franchise. Realistically, if I never saw anything past, I could rewatch Zombies Kills 4-1 in 2018. I really don't need to watch another Halloween movie ever again besides those. Maybe honorable mention to 2, but if I never see Ends, Resurrection, or H2O again, I'm fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Frank makes a decent point. The OG is the best. That's something I got to rewatch in the next few years, along with 4. I really like the ending to part
Yeah.
5, even though the rest of the movie isn't great. I'll watch the zombie Halloween films at some point, but after that, I don't think I need to see anything else.
No.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on, since you like the end of 5, the whole Man in Black thing? Obviously, we know now, whenever the Frenchy guy that directed that film, they literally just came up with the Man in Black. They had no idea what it was. And it took 6 years until Halloween 6 came around for them to make something up, and it was Dr. Wynn, spoilers. What are your thoughts on the Man in Black? Like, that whole cult of Thorn thing. Where do you stand on that?
I was intrigued at first just because of the title and his appearance. Now, it being a cult, that's where they kind of lost me. But
Okay.
if I remember correctly, they did try and tie it together with Jason Goes to Hell, because I think the man, or was it the Man in Black who was in that movie, or just the actor who was in that movie as well?
The Man in Black wasn't in the Jason movie. You're talking the Halloween movies?
Yeah, the Man in Black from Halloween 5 and 6. I swear it was either the same character or just the same actor who was in Jason Goes to Hell. Maybe it's been too long.
Well,
maybe I'm just confused.
The guy originally, well, we don't know who played the Man in Black. Well, I believe it was I forget who played Myers in Halloween 5. Halloween 5. I believe he played the Man in Black. But literally, all you see of him in 5 is just him getting off the bus. We see his cowboy boots. We don't see who that is. Now he is revealed to be Dr. Wynn in Halloween 6, the doctor from Halloween 1 from Sinistro, and that whole cult thing, whatever. But are you talking about the black guy that wears the black cowboy hat that hunts Jason in the later Friday movies? Is that who you're talking about?
Maybe.
I mean, well, because both characters wore black cowboy hats, like a black duster coat with black boots. But the actor in the Jason films was a black dude. In Halloween, it was Dr. Wynn, the old black guy.
All right, well, there goes that idea. Anyway, to answer your question, I like the cliffhanger at the end of part 5, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, the whole Cult of Thorn thing that kind of fell apart. Well, technically, it was a fan theory that pulled that whole Cult of Thorn thing together because after Halloween 5 comes out, it bombed. Nobody liked it, whatever. And then some years later, a fan wrote in with, hey, here's a script idea. And the A.A.T.G. took it, and then they incorporated it to tie in whatever. Just, it was not good. There never should have been. I don't mind the whole curse of Thorn with the whole symbol on the arm and the if you read the Halloween novelizations, it goes back into the Myers timeline and the whole Myers deal being, or the Myers family being cursed and whatever. I like that idea, but I don't like how the films incorporated it. It was done better in the books, you know.
All right, then.
Well, I do have, obviously we're talking Halloween. Oh, what do you got? I love Beavis and Butthead. That's great.
Breaking the law.
I saw a dude wearing a Beavis and Butthead shirt the other day. It was obviously not licensed, but it was I think Beavis was Michael Myers and Butthead was, who was he? He was another horror slasher, maybe a Ghostface. I can't remember, but it was some kind of third party, T-shirt that somebody stole from somebody. But I did put a little list together of 12 non-Halloween films that I would recommend that you watch. Now, most of these are found on like a Tubi or there's a streaming place. You can find it wherever you live. Some of them we've talked about, some of them we haven't. But the first two I'd go with would be House of a Thousand Corpses and 31, both Rob Zombie films. Both. My rule, I watch Halloween movies in October. I don't like to be generic and I'm gonna watch a scary movie in October. October's Halloween. I kind of space these things out, right? So for the first two, I'm gonna go House of a Thousand Corpses and 31. Both take place on Halloween, both Rob Zombie amazing films. Number three is a double feature. Night of the Demons. Now, Alex, have you seen any of the Night of the Demons films?
I have seen all of them, yes.
All four?
Yes.
Including the remake?
Yeah.
Well, I'm specifically talking about the original 88 with the horror goddess that was Linnea Quigley, who got naked in every movie she's ever been in.
Yep.
And the 2009. I love the 2009. I like it more than the 88 myself, but I believe both are on Tubi. I know the 09 is. But if you've never seen Night of the Demons, I do recommend those. Number four, Funhouse Massacre. Now, this is another Tubi special, very low budget, but it's a fun film. Without spoiling too much, basically this Harley Quinn-esque looking girl breaks a bunch of psychos out of a mental asylum. They break into a haunted house, and they're really killing people on Halloween night. It's kind of a fun watch. It's very off the walls. You get a good naked scene in there in a bathroom. All the things that you need in this kind of film. Number five is kind of basic, but a necessity, Trick or Treat, featuring Sam and the whole thing. Mm-hmm. If you've been to a Spirit Halloween, you know what Trick or Treat is. You know what I'm talking about. Number six, we talked about earlier, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Won't go into that. We already did. 7, Hell House LLC. Now, this is in the kind of the found footage Blair Witch, style of filmmaking. Basically, what this is, it's a group of people who go to a hotel that happens to be haunted to build a haunt, and bad things happen. This film came out in the 2000s. This one kind of came out of nowhere. It's created a whole series, and there's been many sequels. But the original Hell House LLC is one of the essentials in October, especially for haunted house movies. Number 8 is a movie that just came out this year. The newest VHS film, VHS Halloween. It's on Shudder now. It's on AMC. Or you have to have Shudder, but you can get through it to get through their AMC Plus. But VHS Halloween, if you've ever seen a VHS film, each segment is different. It's your typical anthology kind of horror film. It's one of the better ones. But VHS Halloween this year had 2 really good segments. One were a cheesy 90s Dad's Garage Haunted House comes to life. Really good segment. But my favorite of the segment is there's a magical candy bowl where if bad kids take candy, they get transported to like another world where they get put through a machine and they become candy themselves. You get to see a candy, like you get put through like a machine grinder and packaged in chocolate. It was really fun. So that's a must watch. Number 9, Late Night with the Devil, the David Dastmalchian film that came out a couple years ago, 70s Johnny Carson style kind of film. We reviewed it on the channel. We all love it. Tremendous film, is a must watch. Number 10, The Houses That October Built. Now, this is another. There's 2 versions of the movie. There's one version that's more. I like the original version more, but there's a more professional ending. Depending on what streaming service you get, you're going to get a different film. But basically, it's a group of people making a documentary following haunt actors and the not so good side of some of these crazies that work in the haunted houses. Very fun watch. Must watch in October. 11, Tales of Halloween. This is another anthology film. I think there's 4 or 5 different segments in it. They even have one that's like a claymation where an alien comes down. It's very campy, very fun. I wouldn't say the kids can watch it if they're younger, but depending, you make your own parental judgment. I'm not the MPAA here to tell you what kids should watch about that aspect. And 12, Haunt. Haunt is a Shudder original. It's literally a group of kids go to a haunted house and bad stuff happens. Yes, it's generic, but it's a fun little watch. Very creative kills. Some very interesting bad guy designs that they've actually made figures and stuff out of these people. And yeah, if you haven't seen any of those films, I would recommend those this October. If you really want to, get into the October spooky and not just generic, scary kind of film. So that would be my offering, boy.
I just want to add 3 from the Knicks, whose list is not as intense as texts, because this is just ones that I've always enjoyed. I like to watch during Halloween. First one is the original Wishmaster.
Oh, that was good.
Loved it. I mean, just the concept of just how literal the wish would become. I always think of that episode of the Treehouse of Horror where Homer has the monkey paw, and the last wish he makes is like, "I want a turkey sandwich." Wait. I don't want to turn into a turkey. I don't want turkey to do this. And because when you think about it, if you're not specific about a wish, it can really turn against you, right? So, my next one is The People Under the Stairs. What an awesome movie.
Ooh, a Wes Craven classic. That's a good one.
Another awesome movie. That one still holds up. And then one that is my personal favorite, because I'm such a fan of the Headless Horseman, The Sleepy Hollow, which starring Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. I love
that one's good.
I love the story of the Headless Horseman. And actually on Dateline's feed, Keith Morrison actually narrates the Sleepy Hollow story. And if you know who Keith Morrison is, he's got an amazing voice and he narrates it. I would recommend it just to hear him say, Sleepy Hollow, People Under the Stairs, Wishmaster. There's Nick's little list to add to the lexicon which Tex has given you.
Oh yeah, I take this shit very serious, pal.
I know.
Of course. Hey, well, and I purpose. You'll notice left off of my list was any Terrifier or Saw films, even though literally both of those are October franchises. But of course, go watch Terrifier. Literally, the first 3 of them take place on Halloween, and the first 7 Saw films came out in October. Literally, the tagline of the promotion was, "If it's Halloween, it must be Saw." So go watch some of those as well. So that would just be some recommendations, at least, from the 2 of us. Alex, is there anything that you would add to that of kind of must watches or what you would recommend, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Can't wait.
So instead of going straight Halloween related, I'm going to go a little bit more in the way of just general horror. So I'm going to go back to 1967, Russia. There is a movie called V, but its English translation is Spirit of Evil. It's basically I think it's a priest or some religious person who has to stay in the room with a dead person for 3 days and 3 nights. There's some ritual involved in that, and I can't remember because it's been a few years since I saw the movie, but the technology used to get across some of the special effects for 1967 in Russia, very good for the time. So I highly recommend Spirit of Evil from 1967.
Write that down.
Dario Argento we had mentioned earlier in the show, and my favorite Dario Argento movie is from 1987. It is called Opera. So well done, that movie.
I thought you were about to say Zombie. I love Argento Zombie. I love that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm a big fan of psychological horror, so this is why I recommend from 1990, starring Tim Robbins, Jacob's Ladder.
Wow.
Would you call that a horror film?
I think there are psychological horror elements to it because of the subject
Okay.
matter, especially by the time you get to the end, you understand why. So
Yeah.
I would try and slide that into horror, even though it's more along the lines of Silence of the Lambs being psychological. But you
Right.
know what? Just to shoehorn it in there, it's horror.
It's a good movie. I'm not saying it's not that. I think it's more psychological thriller with the horror elements, like you were saying. I would agree with that. I think that's accurate, but you can still count that. I'd be cool with that.
Jumping ahead to 2004, France, because they know how to make good movies. There's one called Calvaire, or the English translation, The Ordeal.
Never seen that.
It's pretty good. When you think
Okay.
of, it's not as intense as Martyrs, but it's still good. It's definitely not as intense as Inside from 2007, but in that group of new wave French horror, I would throw Calvaire in there as well.
Okay. Now,
Um,
is there any non-scary horror stuff that y'all like to watch every year? I think we could all say, like Nick was just bringing up the Simpsons Tree Houses of Horror. I think that's kind of a standard everybody goes to. But besides that, is there any comedy Halloween stuff that y'all like to watch? Some of y'all go to.
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and Garfield's Halloween every year.
Okay. Well, I like there's one that I love. I love the first live action Scooby Doo. I always do that one every year in October. And there's a Ernest Scared Stupid is a
Oh,
must watch for me.
I
That
love
is
her.
just one of those movies. Well, I'll watch any Ernest movie. Goes to camp, goes to prison, whatever. I like all of it. But the Halloween Scared Stupid is a regular watch for me. And of course, you have to say scary movie because what's up? I mean, that was a whole thing in the late '90s. We all experienced it. It was the first two scary movie films are a lot of fun. Once they get
Mhm.
into 3 and 4, they kind of fall off, but
Yeah,
they are coming back with 6. And apparently, David Howard Thornton, Arthur Clown, will be appearing in that from what I've seen. So,
nice.
it'll be interesting.
I'm going to recommend two more before we go on. From 2010, there is a movie called Devil. I think this is a bunch of people
I've
trapped in
seen
an
that.
elevator. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that one's good. I won't say too much because that's a that's one of those that you don't need to see spoiled, but that one's that one's a fun watch. Now, do y'all watch fan films on YouTube? Have y'all delved into that world at all?
Hey, just a quick question: is Devil an M like Shamalama Ding Dong movie?
Nope.
No, 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 no.
Okay. Uh,
It's actually a good movie. It's not made by that shit. No.
okay, so you said fan fade movies. I've watched a few little um, not really horror ones. I watched like the Dorkman versus whoever the lightsaber fights.
Okay.
Um, I
So
think I saw
hang
Jason.
on. You're a big Jason guy. You've never seen the Never Hike Alone movies.
No.
Oh my God, you need to go. There's a whole series of fan made Jason films, professionally level made with actors from the Friday the 13th films. There's like
And
3 or 4 of them.
is that on YouTube?
Yeah, they're free on YouTube. Just put in Never Hike Alone. There's Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow. They're all Friday the 13th fan films that look as good as a Hollywood made fan film. But for Halloween purposes, one came out the other week. It's called Halloween Aftermath. And this is a 2-hour fan made film. It took these people 3 years to make this movie. What this movie specifically is, Halloween Aftermath takes place between Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So that gap of time where Michael just vanishes and disappears. This movie's incredible. Now, the beginning is a very slow burn. They could have cut 30 minutes out of the beginning of this movie, they would have been better off for it. But if you can get through the beginning of the introducing of the victims and the yada yada, the ending of Halloween Aftermath is worth sticking around for. It is Halloween Aftermath does Michael Myers better than Halloween Ends did on a professionally done level. He looks good. The kills are tremendous. Nobody is safe. A pregnant chick gets it in a very violent way. I was very impressed about the balls that they had on these people. So if you like, which I love, I've gone through so many fan films throughout the years, so many things, Michael versus Jason, yada yada, whatever. But Halloween Aftermath, just for Halloween specific purposes, is one that I would recommend. It literally just came out, and it's a fun watch. So, but yeah, it's if you haven't seen those or seen that, go check it out as well. I'm surprised that you've never seen the Never Hike Alone movies, being such a Jason guy. That's crazy.
No, I've
Blows my
never.
mind.
So Halloween Aftermath.
Yes.
So it's like 2 hours long.
Yep, 2:15,
Yes.
I think.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. Literally, they make, because, since it's a fan film, they don't make any money from it. You're not legally allowed to make a fan made film. But the production value is there. It's high quality. They use, like, if they would have slapped Blumhouse or Miramax or whichever studio name you want to throw on Halloween Aftermath, you would believe that this was a professionally made film. Some of the acting is dodgy at times, especially with the victims, but overall, the product is worth checking out. It was a solid movie. I had fun. It was a good.
Nice.
And yes, Frank, I am all nerdy on this fan film shit. But this is why I know shit. The horror knowledge that literally a lifetime of watching these movies has to come out somewhere. So it's all good.
I've seen at least 2 of the Never Hike Alone movies, and yeah, they're decent.
I like.
I was going through some of the horror movies that were released this year on the Internet Movie Database, and I did come across Halloween Aftermath, and that is on my list, so
Yeah.
I will get to it hopefully by the end of this year.
My favorite movie that I've seen this year. Did you get to see Strange Harvest?
I've been looking for that since you recommended it on a stream. I haven't found it yet.
If you can find Strange Harvest, it's like one of those 48 hours or cold case kind of cops sitting in front of a camera talking about a crime that happened. It's how the movie starts. Then it breaks into, like, body cam footage of crimes happening. So it's a different way of doing a film. Without spoiling anything, there's a serial killer that is tied to supernatural events, like space, kind of bigger things than him. There's a cultish angle to it. It's a very smart script. It's got some really good practical gore effects, and the story is very interesting. So if you haven't, I'm not even sure where Strange Harvest is streaming right now, or if it is. But if you can find Strange Harvest, it is another one that I really enjoyed. It's been my favorite one that I've seen this year so far. But that one, and then if you just want a fun, if you ever wanted to see what a mix of an Eli Roth and a Rob Zombie film would look like, look up Jimmy and Stiggs. It's like a 90-minute alien and invasion movie full of neon, and it all takes place in one apartment between 2 guys that are hanging out or whatever. Lots of drugs, neon blood everywhere. It was a lot of fun too. It was Eli Roth presented it through his new horror studio that he came up with this year. It was another good one that I saw this year. So if you haven't seen that one, I would recommend.
I'll recommend 2 more movies. This one is from 2010. I think it's from Spain. The Spanish title is Secuestrados, and the English translation is Kidnapped. Think of Funny Games, Michael Haneke's Funny Games from 1997, but way more brutal.
I know that movie. I've seen that.
Yeah. The ending is fucking brutal. So, yeah,
Really? Okay.
watch that one. And finally, from 2015, from the country of Turkey, this might be my favorite Turkish movie and definitely my favorite Turkish horror film, Baskin, spelled Baskin. Really good. I suggest if you watch that, then after you watch that movie, look up on YouTube Baskin film analysis, and then you'll see a couple of guys go into detail about all the little things in the movie that help you understand why it goes to the place it does. I really love the atmosphere and the lighting in Baskin. So if you can find that, please watch that. That's a really good one, in my opinion.
I can say a lot of things, but I haven't got to the level of saying, "Oh, I have a favorite Turkish." So that is one you have over me. I haven't got to that point. So you beat me on that one. I'll have to concede that point. So it's all good.
But what our audience really, really, really wants to know, and we polled them about this in secret, Tex, they need to know when your feature film debut, Hillbilly Wolfman Meth Head, is coming out. Please tell us now.
Well, unfortunately, the funding hasn't quite reached the stage of where I would like it to be. The studios, believe it or not, studios don't like films that have meth head in the title. So we may need an edit on that one. But, if we can get the right backers, I can do a Damien Leone thing and just go straight to the market with it. It's going to be fun. It's going to, I've got 3 scripts, or I call them scripts, but it's more like a treatment for a property. It could either be a comic book or a film. One is a fan film, and then the others are kind of more of my own thing that I've been writing for some years. I haven't had time to put effort into getting it to where I want it to be. I've got many ideas. The hardest part about writing a horror film or a horror idea that I've encountered is I don't just want to be hacky and just, Halloween did that, so I'm going to copy. Obviously, we're all inspired by stuff that we've seen, read, heard, whatever. It's okay to borrow, but I'm not okay with stealing just everything. So trying to make something new that's obviously going to be compared to something else, that's the hardest part that I've found with writing something. And I will eventually get it made one day. Like, I want to look back on, this recording of, 10 years ago, I was on with Alex and the Garbage Man. And when I'm on the red carpet making my film and I bring you motherfuckers out of it, that'll be fun as shit. But, Hillbilly Meth Head Wolfman, that's going to be, excessive nudity and gore. You just, hold your horses, pal. It might need to be shown at the porno theater, not the regular theater. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be a good film, I promise. It'll be good.
Speaking of, go ahead.
I think there's a British distribution company called A.A.T.G.M. This is the people that brought you Popeye the Slayer, man. So this might be
that was a fun movie too. That was a fun movie.
Top movie.
It was so fun, dude. I can't tell you how many Steamboat Willie knockoffs I saw the second those could come out. I've seen all the Winnie the Pooh movies, and I've seen all of those fair use kinds of things. I love them. They're great.
So I shared this earlier. Now the text talked about porn, and Alex was talking when I brought it up, so I don't think he saw it. All right, so I believe it's that time. Colin, choose her hot, sexy stepmom.
Oh, here we go.
So I think this has become a theme because I'm thinking that, I'm hoping that the more young people see that you run your dick liquor, there are consequences to it. And maybe if we saw more of this, I think if we see more of these kind of videos, people are just going to learn you can't scream and yell like you're a tough guy, because once in a while, someone's going to step out and you're going to get knocked the fuck out. See, now this guy's like saying, let's go. He's pretty tough there with his Kobe jersey on, and he's like, yeah, boy! He's all big and tough. Look at him. Here comes this little guy. Shut the fuck up. Now.
Not motherfucker.
And you want to what? Like, let's just go slow. That was a slap.
Damn.
If you look, his fist, that's open. And he flatlined him. And come back up. Let's look at that. Like, I got no strings to hold me down. I got that. So
he just met Jesus in that moment, maybe temporarily, but he saw him for a second. He was he crossed that threshold. Ooh, damn!
Like, he's out. He is.
You know, my favorite part of that video is the dude laughing in the background, like he's watching all this go down. That's great.
I think if we had more of this in the world today, that people would just learn that they need to shut the fuck up more and shouldn't be screaming and yelling. And that when you are going to step up, you're going to get that guy that's going to say, I'm not putting up with your shit, and I'm going to knock you the fuck out.
What did Mike Tyson say? Everybody's got a plan till they get hit in the face.
Now, I do have another one, and this was another one where someone is just flapping their gums and being ignorant. And I just got to find, where is that? There it is. So, especially this day and age, then I'm not turning this into a COVID thing, but like since then, it's always been like kind of, you don't need to be in people's space anymore, right? Like it's kind of people get.
You shouldn't be in somebody's space anyway.
Whatever, well, but even there are times where, like, if you're like, I don't know about you guys, even if I'm like in like the line at the grocery store, it's like, okay, you don't need to be right behind me right now anymore. That's just, it's kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. So there's an interaction. The gentleman whose face is blurred here is, I'm not sure what they're doing, but there's an exchange of money here, and this gentleman in the bitch beater is being an annoying nuisance, and is gonna find out in a hurry.
I'm stealing that.
When you've never heard bitch beater? Oh, that's an old one.
No, we always call them wife beaters down here.
Oh, okay.
I'm bitch beater.
Hold on. I might light it back up with it. Hey, that bitch high. Hold on, bro. Give me some space here, man.
He's asking for
bro,
space.
You smoking a black in his face, bro. Bro, he's been here longer than you have, bro. You need to move aside. Say on God. You need to move aside, bro. You're smoking a black in his face, bro. Hey, say on God, he been here longer than me. I swear, bro. He's literally gotten here. He was up here before you got up here, bro. I got shit to do, bro. Please stop smoking the back of his face, bro. Bro, please move.
So now he's being disrespectful, blowing smoke. Now, a lot of people don't like smoke blown in their face.
Right.
They don't like it. So, and he's being disrespectful and not giving a shit. So.
Here, bro. Let me see your torch real quick. No, I don't need that. That's him.
Now, the guy in the bitch beater just said, I'm going to smack you. Now, let's see how that works out for him.
He was warned.
One punch.
Huh? You know what?
Boom. Out. So, wait your turn. Don't be ignorant, or you get flatlined like that.
Right. Hang on, that was a solid hit, too.
And you want to know what's justifiable. So, that's what happens when you fuck around. You find out.
Yeah, I wonder if that gal that's so unpleasant in the intro and exit of this segment has ever watched this and be like, those motherfuckers are using my fucking image for this shit. I always wonder when I see that. That's always
like, or if that woman's like, who is this fat fuck saying I'm about to be his baby stepmother? What the fuck?
She's just so unpleasant and how is she in her normal life? Like, how often does that kind of rage moment happen? Like, she's probably not the best person to hang around.
I think that's one of those moments that she was captured in where she was doing that in a slightly more performative manner. But we have extended, and this is a lifetime thing. She can be on our show anytime, for any reason, for any length of time. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Hey, y'all have made her more famous than she probably ever would be otherwise. So it's perfectly justified, I think. I mean, y'all haven't done it disrespectfully. You've done it in, I would say a more funny way, so it's all good. So, yeah, right.
Yeah, I would probably even pay her some of that Tubi money that I got.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, motherfucker!
I mean,
I am challenging you to a match at WrestleMania right now. You keep your shit up. We're gonna need to have a steel chair, like a table match or something, like maybe a street fighter. I don't know, Hell in the Cell, something.
Ooh, Tubi on a pole match.
A Tubi. We're gonna put a Tubi contract up in the air, and we're gonna have to fight this out. And I have no problem Mick following you straight off the Hell in the Cell. For my Tubi contract. I got news for you. You've been dick riding my Tubi deal. This is my shit. All right. There ain't no Canada, blah blah blah, whatever. I got news for you. It's I got you and your little ka-ching, ka-ching. I don't need no sound effects. All right. I'm the originator of this goddamn thing. I got news.
it's okay. I'll make a sizable donation to your studio when you're ready to make your feature film.
Okay. Well, as long as you contribute to the film, maybe I'll put you down as like a producer or some kind of line credit. We'll call it fair. It's fine. Whatever. No worries.
Or maybe you could remove that. This space reserved for Alex in your kill floor in your basement under your trailer.
Hey, well, just. We don't talk about these. These can be presented as evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. All that's in Minecraft. It's not real. What are you talking about? What do we got here?
Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No lies detected on that.
Told there. Holy
Yeah. Sad but true, unfortunately, boy.
Yeah.
Hot dog in the hallway, finally ready to find the right one. That kind of situation.
Yeah. I'm so ready to settle down now. I can't remember if I shared this last week on the show. Hopefully everybody can read it, but I will read it for everybody. It says, Jeffrey Dahmer's baloney really did have a first name.
You know what? I felt so bad. Did y'all watch it's in one of the documentaries that they made, but they interviewed the woman that he fed like a hot dog or a hamburger, like a sandwich to, and she ate it because she was like so scared. Oh my God. I was like, damn, that sucks. That's horrible. Because she was like, I knew if I didn't like go along with this, he was probably going to do me in. And she had to eat the, people that he had in his, refrigerator or whatever.
Tried gluing vampire teeth to a pumpkin. I accidentally made a cumpkin.
Accidentally, you say.
Isn't that Casey, your girl's girlfriend?
Casey's pumpkin.
Isn't that what he's cuddling up to on those cold October nights in the unfortunate state of Oklahoma?
Oh God. Oh fuck, this guy, my buddy sends me these things. Oh, when business is so good, you opened up a fourth location.
Huh?
She's got a colonoscopy bag on her side.
I like those. I saw one the other day where this chick was trying to look all hot in the mirror, and you can see like her 3-year-old with like his head like peeking just to the side of the door in the bathroom. She was trying to get like the perfect dating profile photo or whatever. So they try to sneak him in there.
Oh, I think I might have shared this. Me after getting accepted to gynecology school. Thank you. I'll take my studies seriously, and you will not be disappointed. Me on first day of class.
See, that's one of those jobs you think you want, and it's going to be all you're going to see. Like, oh, I'm going to see the best stuff, right? You're not going to have many good days. I got to.
So, I'm stealing the bit. It's from Mitch Fatel. He says that he's like, oh, you think, I'll be a doctor, like a pussy doctor, he calls it, and then like a hot chick will be coming, she'll be like, oh doctor. He's like, she's like, my elbow sore. He's like, well, I think you're gonna have to take off your shirt. And then he's like, then a fat chick will come in and be like, doctor, I think I have a yeast infection, and I'll be like, you just walk that shit off.
Oh,
Mitch Fatel.
Oh, it's fun. No, I'm good. I don't like people enough to try to take care of them that way. No, thank you. I'll just go about my business and go.
Speaking of not liking people, I found 2 short lists regarding Halloween costumes. So we shall go through these quickly.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
So these should be obvious. You'll probably not find these in Spirit Halloween anytime soon. Don't dress up like a big baby.
Hey,
That's
no,
more
everybody knows that is Drew's bit. Drew was the giant baby. He had the mask and everything. That was his deal back in the day.
This is more of an at-home fetish kind of thing, I think.
Yeah.
Rubber chicken, very lazy.
Yeah.
A snake charmer.
I'm okay with the snake charmer, and let's go back to the chicken one, because I would totally be like, "Hey, baby, do you want to choke my chicken?" Just putting that out there.
And would your pickup line for this be, "Hey, baby, want to rub my snake"? No.
Yeah, 100%.
It's either going to be a really good Halloween costume or the opening example in your sexual assault trial. It's going to be one of those two.
Speaking of sexual assault trial, my question would be, excuse me, to this one, are you a cum dumpster?
I just walk up. Can I make a donation? And just start unzipping my pants, something along those lines. Yeah.
Now, this one I can get behind.
Yeah, like that one's awesome.
Yeah.
Not the look on his face, though. I'd be more like,
I've seen some worse. Like I was in a Target the other day. There's it's like an adult size Reese's packet. So like you just put over yourself, and you could just be a packet of Reese's. Like it was, very, very lazy.
Flaming hot. These sexy ones, these are pretty low tier.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not going to besmirch the sexy Halloween costume.
I'm not besmirching it, but it's
I
good.
always encourage, even if it's the weird ones like a sexy Freddy Krueger. Like I can get past the Freddy Krueger part for the sexy. So,
Grimace, aka a butt plug.
Is that Casey? Is he Grimace? Is that what he is right there?
Casey painted himself purple, folks.
Yeah, there he is right there.
This look on Grimace's face, this is what Casey looked like right before the first part of Saturday is Raw ended at the 1.5 hour mark.
Yeah, I didn't come on until apparently I didn't even know like the first part ended because Casey had sent me the link and it was like, yeah, this link doesn't fucking work, asshole. So once I finally found a good one, I had to chest. I can be a toilet. There you go.
Yeah, Skibidi Toilet. If you've got kids who are into this kind of weird cartoon, then yeah, sure, you might be a hit.
I saw a Funko Pop of a Skibidi toilet of a dude with his head out of a toilet the other day, and I had no idea what that was. I could not tell you.
Hawked. This one's kind of lazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now this one.
There you go.
I could see Alma and Bolo doing this one. Of course, Alma would have to paint a mustache on, and Bolo would have to go in whiteface.
I don't know. That might be dangerous. If you go wearing that down here in America, you might get on the back end of an ice truck getting headed for the south of the border. You know what I mean? So you might want to watch out for that one. So, maybe make sure you have your proper identification if you wear that one.
And the second list I found, this is from Good Housekeeping, 15 offensive Halloween costumes that should not exist. There are no pictures aside from this one. This is more words and descriptions, but don't go dress up as a Holocaust victim.
Holy shit!
Oh, I'd so do that just to piss people off.
But these are kid costumes.
Write some number on my arm and not eat for like 3 or 4 days. I'd so do that.
Anything involving blackface, please, unless you happen to be the former Prime Minister of Canada, then apparently it's okay.
Who's
you do it in Canada, you get elected leader, but whatever. Hey,
now he's fucking Katy Perry, so
Yeah. Transphobic. Now, let's be specific. I would never wear a dress like this. It'd be more one uniform color, and definitely not with a broom like that.
Yeah, no.
How many
But then,
now? How many dresses are in your closet currently, Alex? Can you tell us that? Are you trying to reveal something here?
4, but I don't see why that's relevant.
Well, if it was any more than 6, I was going to be worried. So you're under the limit, so you're fine. All right.
Okay. COVID-19 pandemic. Is there any debate on this one? Text, please chime in.
I did see it was on a. I don't have cable, so I don't have Fox News. But Kid Rock was on Fox News the other day. He was just on there regular. And he was like, "Hey, do you want to see my Halloween costume?" And he pulls out a N19 mask. Whatever. He goes, "I'm going as a dumbass." It was a really good laugh. So it was pretty.
Body shaming and objectifying.
Oh, jeez. Fuck off, pussy. Jeez.
I think this is giving some people some ideas as to what they should go as this Friday.
no shit.
What kind of politically correct bullshit is this? You find this at wearedouches.com or something? My God.
I have just trademarked and gotten that website now. So yes. Cultural stereotypes. So Moana or Pocahontas, for example, don't go dressed up as those apparently. Or
well, if that's the case, then nobody who's of color can go as any white person either. That's the rules. I just want to throw that in there for free. That road goes both ways now. So
now this one, can you go as a terrorist on Halloween? It's Halloween.
I did see a picture I was going to send to y'all. This dude was dressed up like Bin Laden, and he was wearing like a vest. But he went as a Jaeger bomb, and he literally had like a vest with Jaeger, like the Jägermeister, right, with tubes all running through the vest. It was a really inventive costume. It looked really cool. Apparently, he got in trouble for it. People's side,
Do not go as a zombie version of a deceased celebrity.
Fuck you. I'm gonna go as a zombie. Who's somebody who died? Zombie Betty White. That'd be a great Halloween costume. There you go. Zombie Betty White. Somebody do that.
Speaking of people who are going to be dead soon, hi Chad, how are you?
Hi Chadney.
Thank you for being here, Frank. Speaking of people who are going to be dead soon, we really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the show tomorrow.
Okay, bye!
Yep. Frank will be saying how Rob Zombie's Halloween's the greatest movie in the Halloween franchise. He told me so off screen. He already watched it. So he'll be saying that. And if Frank says anything to the difference, he's lying. So don't believe him tomorrow. So.
Don't go dressed as an eating disorder. A costume called anorexia. I think there's a little bit of thought into something like that. Or anything to do with animal cruelty.
Yeah, I'll shoot you in the face.
I'm gonna go dressed as Cannibal Holocaust, wearing a monkey suit. All right, carrying a headless turtle around just to piss people off.
Don't go dressed as a mentally ill person.
Or how Casey looks every day.
It fits because I'm thinking a mentally ill person wrote this list, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
Only a few more of these. Me Too movement. Frank the Flasher. I've never heard of this, so I have no idea.
An unhoused person. Holy
I'm going to get a T-shirt made that says Weinstein victim number 54 and wear that on Halloween. See what kind of response that. That'd be kind of fun.
Number 54 is a good number to pick. An unhoused person. Come on, we can say homeless. Homeless and unhoused are the same thing.
I don't use commie words, so I know you're helpless. No, thank you.
Ooh, don't go dressed as a national tragedy. Remember those two people who dressed up as the Twin Towers after 9/11? Yes, this is a real thing. and this is on HuffPost. So their names are here, and then their picture is here.
That's cool. I like that.
Why would you think that's a good idea?
That is a tremendous idea.
Oh.
If I didn't already have plans, I know what I'd be doing. Except on mine, it would be like 9/11. I would have like a sign on the back. It was like 9/11 was an inside job. I would make it more personalized. Yeah, I would so do that.
Wow.
Considering how tall you are, Tex, you could go as the North Tower on top and the South Tower on bottom.
Right, yeah, I need to find like a midget friend or something. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out.
They're both 19-year-old British co-eds, and this was from 2013. So, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they're doing okay after this. Don't go dressed as the Black Lives Matter movement.
I'm gonna go with Zombie George Floyd. I've made up my mind. That's what I'm going at. That's Lord. It. A zombie George Floyd. I can't breathe because I'm dead.
You can find this right now on Amazon, according to this. Oh my God!
Wow.
That's great.
Yep.
Oh. Wait.
Okay, I got a couple to share at the class before we do one more of our videos.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's going to say it in the voice, so. When you invite her over for Disney Plus and the Thrust, but you find out she has an STD, somebody's poisoned the water hole. And then one more.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, shit. A girl squirting in my face for the first time. Me expecting it to taste like Mountain Dew or something, but realizing it's just pee. I love the internet.
We have, the internet could be so good. We could be advancing knowledge and expanding our brains, learning how to get to Mars faster. But no, we're going to have squirt memes and, fight videos. That's what we do with the internet.
That's what we do with the internet, 100%.
Damn right.
Now, because of how far in we are, hour 43, I'm going to forego stupid people and Karens, but still going to show a video or two.
One more. I got one more. One more.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It says I gotta find the perfect gift for my girlfriend. The perfect gift. 5 stars. Would he hear again? All right, go ahead.
Nick sent this to me. This is from the good, the one, the only Robert Frank 650.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Uh-oh.
The cobwebs.
I might have to play it from the beginning. I don't think it played. So, Robert Frank dressed as a clown, of course.
On Halloween, we do chest. Because if you want to knock the cobwebs off her wiener mitten, while she's me out like a kid. Your pets better be pockets.
Now, the wiener mitten I've not heard before.
I just said that's a new. I'm gonna have to add that one to the lexicon.
Yeah, I've never heard
slang
wiener
term.
mitten.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Oh,
that checks out.
So I was looking for this. If I lost it, but I found it again. Jason Voorhees, most likely to drown, slay a bunch of teens, die. Come back to life, slay a bunch of teens, die. Come back to life, slay a bunch of teens, die again. Come back to life again, slay more teens, die again. Come back to life again, slay a bunch of teens.
That motherfucker, when you really go back and look at those original Friday films, like in the, now of course he's, is it a dream or not at the end of the first one? That's a different conversation. But that son of a bitch ages like 10 years in a day in that movie. Like he goes from itty bitty child to weirdo, scrawny guy with long red hair to monster bald guy to, You know, and like all of these movies are like within a week of each other. It's crazy how, like, if you've ever actually looked into the Friday timeline, it's kind of fun how it all shakes out. But yeah, as his mother would say, he's a special boy. He's something. Now, Nick, since I'm here, I do have to ask: are you excited about the Crystal Lake television show about Mrs. Voorhees?
As long as it actually comes out, yes. I'm super excited.
Well, it's been shot. They're in post production now. It's going to be, I think it's a Peacock show here in America, so I don't know how you'll watch it up there. But apparently, they do have availability to Grown Jason, all of the apparently Horror Inc., the company behind it. They have access to everything, so who knows what we'll get. But Linda Cardellini is playing Mrs. Voorhees, the chick who played Velma on the first Scooby-Doo movie.
Nice.
So,
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As long as it comes out, yeah, I am looking forward to it. And along with the It TV series as well is coming out.
I need to watch that. That first episode came out Sunday, and from what I heard, it was pretty decent. I'm not the biggest fan of It and Pennywise, but I do want to check it out.
Yep. So, all right, Alex, continue.
And from VCR of Death, Hillbilly Skeleton.
Random.
I promise my movie will look better than that garbage. I promise you now, the effort will be made. So,
I hope not, because that was awesome.
I thought it was great.
Hillbilly Wolfman Meth Head will have a excellent production budget, at least to the level of like the first Evil Dead, somewhere within that scale. So we'll see what happens.
And even though this one may glitch out when I'm playing it, I'm going to play it anyway. This is a compilation of a movie from 2016, and I could just hear Tex saying it now. I've seen this. It's called Attack of the Killer Donuts.
Have you seen that, Tex?
I've seen that trailer, but I've never watched the movie. Now, I am a fan of the Ginger Dead Man movies from Full Moon Entertainment. I wonder how close to those movies that is. That's what I'm gonna have to look into that. That's interesting. I want to check that out. So donuts just don't kill you cholesterol wise. Now they actually physically attack you. There you go. All right.
Adding that one to my movie list as well.
The lexicon.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I think that'll about do it. I don't have much else in the way of Halloween or horror.
Oh, what about the chick with the hooker head they sent you?
The what?
What?
That one didn't come through. I sent you one. I thought I sent it to you. I could have sworn it did. It was another VCR of Death one.
The other VCR of Death that I got was from Deadly Friend, where Chrissy Swanson throws a basketball at Anne Ramsey's head and just crushes it.
No, no, not that one. Where's my inbox here? Let me inbox here for a second. Where that's list? Oh, you already deleted it. It's fine. Wait, it's still there. There it is. No, wait, no. Ah! Wait. Was it this one? No.
Pulling a Columbo. Just one more thing.
Nah, never mind. It'd take too long to find. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Okay. So in the Halloween spirit, so Nick's bipolar songs for the week. First one from 1983, Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me. Nice creepy video to go along with that.
Good one.
And of course, Texas's favorite director and movie guy, Rob Zombie, from Hillbilly Deluxe, Living Dead Girl, 1998.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything Rob Zombie.
Video. That was a good.
I would
video.
say anything Rob Zombie. Ice Nine Kills, the Silver Scream albums. They actually just released a track based off of Batman '89 where Spencer plays the Joker. That one's a good one. And go look up the Merkins on YouTube. They have the horror slashers as the Slash Street Boys instead of the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Leatherface is a country singer. Pinhead does he does an Alice in Chains ripoff, Man in the Box. So many good Merkins horror music. And there's just look up horror soundtracks. There's all kinds of spooky music out there.
Yep. And even though I'm not a beer drinker, according to nationaldaycalendar.com, today is National American Beer Day. How to celebrate? Get some beer, even if not American brand, pour into a bucket, get a garden hose, fill bucket with water, continue filling bucket until there's no more beer left, and enjoy.
Well,
Right,
in Texas world, every day is National Beer Day. I will tell you. In the nation of Texlandia, that's what goes through our taps. So it just flows free. It's pretty good. So, yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. Really appreciate you being here. And we appreciate everyone being here. But before I get to that, think before you say something, think before you do something. Take 5 minutes a day to learn a new skill or improve upon an existing one. And do 3 good things for people every day without expectation of reward or reciprocation for Kyle. And we would like to thank everyone who is here, be it for the moment or the duration, including Chad, Alma and Bolo, Craig, Frank, Casey, Sarah May, Kim, and Jolene the Brody Wrangler, and people who we haven't seen in a while. Hanama, Overseer, Beverly, 70s Svelte Brody, Shlomo, Really Mysterious, Junior Coltrane, Van Coos to Him, Edward Blake, Rashid Jurgens, Freak Nasty Bumsex, Stuart McQuaid, AJ Raider, Michael Ewan Madden, hashtag Walk It Off, Wild Bill, Penny, Trish, Jen, Tamara, Amanda, my friends Sarah, Chantel, and Teresa, our friends Matt, James, Jared, Kathy, Frazier, Sheena, and the future champion of the galaxy, Dewey Robson, 2 Trevors, 2 Cindys, the only Jolene we haven't seen in a while, Nathan, Nick's moms and dads, my aunties Di and Kathy, and cousins Lisa, Adam, and Jamie, and of course, shout-outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley, and a gigantic beaver-tailed and maple syrup-soaked thank you to our Southern Killbilly friend Tex. You can find him on The Harsh Truth, linked in the description below, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and also on a lonely dirt road in South Texas.
Hey, you're never lonely when you're living in heaven, my friend. We're just in the promised land down here, I tell you what.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tex, for being here. Remember to love one another. Be patient. And guys, have your lights on. If you have some teenagers show up at your door and they're dressed up, give them candy. They're not out being irresponsible. They could be doing a lot dumber shit. It is Halloween. Enjoy it, guys. Have a safe week, and we'll see you here next week.
Hell yeah.
Yes, indeed. And in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 from 1986, Drayton Sawyer says, quote, "You got one choice, boy, sex or the saw. Sex is, well, nobody knows, but the saw is family," end quote. We now know what sex is in this context. You being slowly digested over 1,000 years in the sarlacc bowels that is Gloria Pouchfonte's quiche-smelling uterus. Alex and the Garbage Man will return in less than 604,800 seconds at precisely 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Berta time on Monday, November 3rd, 2025. And remember, we've always been at war with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from 1994, directed by Kenneth Branagh, particularly the scene where some random bitch points at Frankenstein's monster, played by Robert De Niro, and accuses him of being the one spreading the plague despite having no evidence whatsoever to back up her claim. Pictured here. She has internet brain rot for over 200 years before the internet even existed. In conclusion, fuck that bitch. I hope she died of the plague. Ja, 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 ja.